I'm really excited about this day. I haven't done a kind of a news video in a while. I haven't done some research, but this is a really important video because we want to know what's going on with Facebook and Cambridge Analytica. What actually happened? Was Facebook hacked? What do you need to know? And I'd love to hear your comments, after the video, just to see what you think about it. So let's hack at it. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting video. I'm going to talk about Facebook and Cambridge Analytica. And I got some notes written here, so you're going to see I'm looking down because I want to make sure that we cover all the information that I've been doing some research for and really start the conversation. So what actually happened? Was Facebook hacked? What do you need to know? And at the end, I want to know what you think. So first, let me read some of the points that I pulled off of CNET, and I have the article below in the description, so you can read the full article and get all the information from it. So, data consultancy Cambridge Analytica represents a different problem. The UK-based company reportedly acquired data about millions of Facebook users in a way that violated the social network policies. It then tapped the information to build psychological profiles of users and their friends, which were utilized to target political ads in the UK Brexit referendum campaign, as well as by Trump's team during the 2016 US election. Facebook says it told Cambridge Analytica to delete the data, but also the report suggests the info wasn't destroyed. Cambridge Analytica says it complies with the social network's rules, only received data obtained legally and fairly, and did wipe out the data Facebook is worried about. Facebook said in a statement late on Friday, March 16th, that Cambridge Analytica received user data from Alexandra Kogan, a lecturer at the University of Cambridge. Kogan reportedly created an app called This Is Your Digital Life that offered personality predictions to users while calling itself a research tool for psychologists. The app asked users to log in using their Facebook account. As part of the login process, it asked for access to users' Facebook profiles, locations, what they liked on the service, and importantly, their friends' data as well. Facebook's data appears to have been improperly used for political purposes during the UK Brexit vote and the 2016 US presidential election. The problem, Facebook says, is that Kogan then sent this user's data to Cambridge Analytica without users' permission, something that's against the social network's rules. So if you click on the link below, you're going to be able to see the full article. So I'll kind of tell you what happened and just kind of go through my questions here just to make sure we covered everything. So we look at what actually happened. Was Facebook hacked? Yeah, it was compromised. It was compromised by a developer. And what did you need to know? So, in my opinion, here's what you need to know. First and foremost, some users clicked on the app and gave permission. So yeah, I know in the news they're blaming Facebook, they're blaming Cambridge Analytica and Alexander Kogan, and they're saying, okay, it's all these guys, but in every relationship there's a 50-50 split here. And what we have to look at is we as users clicked on that app, not me specifically, but users clicked on that app and said, yes, I give permission, I give access. So they're responsible too, because I'm going to guarantee this, majority of people that clicked on the app didn't know where the data was stored. They didn't ask that question. Was it encrypted? How is it stored? Is Alexander Kogan, is he going to sell the data? How is he using it? Is he using it for research? Is he using it for, a thesis? No one really asked that question. I can almost guarantee, it was for a psychological profile, and you kind of get, these fun things where it tells you what type of personality, what this, what that. I'm sure that's what happened, but then people didn't ask, okay, hold on, where's this data going? Where is it being stored? And sure enough, it was being sold. It was being used inappropriately from a user standpoint, and Facebook, on their responsibility, needs to now look at their policies and procedures, the memorandum of understanding, right? How they write their contracts for the application developers, what access, what rules they have. And if they use the data inappropriately, you know, the legalities that's going to happen. And of course, we know with internet laws, it's extremely hard depending on where they are, you know, overseas, you know, if they're in Russia or Iran or, you know, the Philippines, whatever that may be. So these are very challenging times when it comes to internet laws and security. So again, responsibility on us. Know what we're clicking on. Know what we're using. You know, and if you don't know, don't click on it. I mean, that comes to that. You know, I know it's fun and we're all like excited. Oh yeah, Facebook's doing this. Something that you might not know, but there's a lot of fake ads now going on Facebook where people are putting these sponsored ads where it's fake news, where there's malware, there's viruses behind there, there's ransomware, all behind it where they're clicking on a link. And we're not hearing about a lot of attacks yet, but it's coming, right? And they're taking you to false sites where there's what they call drive-by downloads, where now you click on it, all of a sudden there's an ad, and you click on that, and all of a sudden there's malware on your system. So this comes down to user responsibility, being educated on what you're clicking on, and then if you don't know, don't click on it. Don't click through, even though it sounds or reads like it's so interesting. If you don't know where it's going, it's not a valid site, don't click through. So the other thing I want to look at too, and just briefly talk about, is, you know, understanding what's happening with our data online. And there's an actual term used right now. It's called open source intelligence, OSINT. Is data collection from publicly available sources to be used in an intelligent context or collection. So what you're looking at is there's actually data terms now of data analytics, data collection that people are using to collect your data online, create profiles, be it your demographic, your age group, your, you know, what you make, where do you live in this world, whatever that may be. They're able to collect this data because we're putting all this information online, right? And through social media, what you do, where you work out, where you work, you know, even tests that you might take online that you think are fun. You do all this, and all of a sudden what happens is you run into this problem that all this data is online, that now anyone, ethically or criminally, can do research on demographics because all that information is online. So my question to you is, first, what do you think about this? Really, what's going on in your mind? Like, you hear all this, and I know sometimes it's scary, but what do you think? Second is, what are you going to do? What actions are you going to take? Comment below. I really want to know, because this is a discussion point that we need to start having now, because too much data is out there and so many people are getting compromised, and we have to look at the areas of how we're going to educate ourselves to protect ourselves. So that's it for today's video. I know I downloaded a lot of information. The links are below, and comment below. I really want to hear your feedback and get in discussion about this, because it's so important that we protect ourselves. So just remember, software is hackable, being connected is vulnerable. I'll see you next video.